Hey guys, so I'm trying all new filming equipment in this video, so if it looks a little bit different than how my videos usually look, that is why. If it doesn't and it looks the same, then great, but I'm still trying to get used to all of the new equipment and technology that I will most likely be using from here on out, so please bear with me until I get used to everything and how to use everything. But yeah, I thought I would just let you guys know that, give you a little bit of a heads up before jumping into today's video. So I am going to be doing a deck flip through video today. It is going to be a little bit different than how I usually do my flip throughs. Usually I don't talk, I just have music going in the background and yeah, walk through the deck. But today is a little bit different. So while I'm doing the deck walkthrough of the Buddhism reading cards, I will also be sharing with you guys about this new path that I have found myself on along my spiritual journey. So I bought the Buddhism reading cards because over the past month and a bit, I have found myself doing a lot of research on Buddhism. It piqued my interest, and then I came across these cards and I thought that they would be a great addition to my collection. And they really spoke to me because of everything that I have been learning over the past month and a bit. So what really caught my attention about Buddhism was how free-flowing it is. And what I mean by that is a lot of people look at it as a religion, but a lot of people just look at it as, you know, a way to live your life. They look at it as more of a philosophy. And I definitely feel that is how I look at it as well. Within Buddhism, it even says to basically take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. And I thought that there was just something really special about that. I've never been a very religious person, and I don't know much about religion and the different religions, but I always looked at it as religion is very structured, or at least it can be very structured. And as I learn more about Buddhism, I just feel like it's not that way. So as you already know, I have been studying up on mindfulness, learning how to be more mindful, and that plays a huge part in Buddhism. So I feel like that was one of the things that really drew me in about it. It's basically all about, you know, your inner self and inner work, and that is something that has really pulled me because obviously, you know, with tarot, I do a lot of inner work. Whenever I use the cards for personal readings, I'm always, you know, asking about how I can better myself, and I feel like Buddhism offers that same sort of guidance. I found myself becoming, I don't want to say an angry person, but definitely someone who, you know, felt anger quite often throughout the day. I don't think that there has been a day that has gone by where I haven't felt angry or anger about something. And my outlook on life, I noticed, was just kind of darkening and becoming a little bit bitter, and I did not like that at all. And that was the reason why I first was interested in Buddhism probably about a year ago, is when I actually looked into it for the first time. But then I guess the timing just wasn't right, and I let it go. but now I am back at it again, and the timing now, it just feels right. So far Buddhism has taught me a lot about feelings and how we perceive those feelings. So before, I used to refer to anger as a negative feeling, but Buddhism has taught me that feelings like anger or frustration, jealousy, when you're annoyed at something, that those aren't negative feelings. I used to refer to those types of emotions as negative. But Buddhism has taught me that it is simply just human to feel those things, and everybody feels those emotions from time to time. And it's not something that you should be fighting with. It's not something that you should be mad at yourself about or disappointed that you're feeling those sort of feelings. It teaches you how to be with those feelings and not get lost within them, but simply just sit with them and understand where they're coming from or why you're feeling that way in the first place. So it has really opened my eyes to looking inwards and asking myself more questions instead of looking outwards for a lot of solutions or answers to questions. You could probably find a lot of your answers when you look inwards, and that's something that Buddhism has really shown me. And I don't think I've shared much about this here on my channel quite yet, but another thing that I have found myself enjoying a lot more recently is taking the time out to meditate. Meditation has been something that I have done on and off for probably the past year, but it hasn't been something that I have made like a significant part in my life. And as I have been learning more about Buddhism, I am learning more about meditation and learning more about how you don't need to be in this position, for example, to be able to meditate. You can meditate anywhere, while you're going for a walk, while you're doing the dishes, while you're driving, if you're still paying attention. Actually, a meditation that I did the other day when I was driving home from work, which was something I have never done, I turned off the radio, so I didn't have any music playing as I drove home. And it was like a whole new experience for me, driving with no music and being more mindful of all of the sounds around me, and not just like on the road, but the sounds of my car, like the sounds of the tires going over the road, the sounds of the car accelerating. So just taking a simple moment like that really opened my eyes. It's crazy how something that seems so small and so simple can have a big change on how you see things. And again, that is something that, going along this new path has taught me. So like I said, I don't look at Buddhism for me personally as a religion. For me, I love the lessons that are taught, or the Dharma that is taught throughout Buddhism, and as I learn, I simply just want to start applying them to my own personal life experiences. And I think the more I go along this path, this part of my journey, the more I'm going to want to share with you guys. I have a whole bunch of notes on meditating that I've been doing over the past month, keeping track of changes that I'm feeling or seeing within myself. I also want to share with you guys the resources that I've been using to learn more about Buddhism, which I think I will be doing a whole separate video on that if you're interested. I just feel like I am able to see things in a different light now, different than how I used to see things, and it's still going to take time. It's still going to take a lot of practice to, put everything that I'm learning right now into my actual experiences. It's one thing to say something, and it's another to actually apply it and do it. But I feel like through this experience, I have just gained a lot of tools, a lot of knowledge that I'm looking forward to giving a try when certain circumstances arise. I have already, caught myself in situations where I would have jumped to, more of an angry reaction to what was going on. I've already been able to stop myself, take a pause and think about why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, and is that type of energy necessary? And I feel like that has been a combination of, learning more about Buddhism and mindfulness and meditation. But like I said, it's not an overnight thing. It's something that I'm going to have to work on throughout my entire life. But I'm happy to have gained those type of tools that I'm able to, work on and apply. Because like I said before, I had a whole different outlook on just life in general, and I'm thankful that I came to a time when I realized that I didn't like, how I was approaching things or how I was seeing things. I didn't like it, and I wanted to improve and work on it. So yeah, I'm thankful that I took the time to read up on Buddhism and make it a part of my journey now. I'm learning so much every day through the books that I'm reading, the podcasts that I'm listening to, and like I said, I will be doing a video on all of those resources for anyone out there who is interested. So I feel like my spiritual journey is definitely, it's becoming more broad. It's opening up a lot more. It's heading in a bunch of different directions, which I love. For a while there, I wasn't quite sure where I was going. I wasn't sure where I should be taking a turn. Should I be going straight? I had no idea. And now I feel that I have found myself on a path that is leading me to seeing life in a different way, in a more positive way, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into this new path that I have found myself on along my spiritual journey. I would like to do more videos based on this type of stuff as well. Let me know in the comments if that is something that you would be interested in. But I figured, since I like to share about my spiritual journey, that this has become a significant part of that, and I would be happy to share it with you guys. So as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one.